wonder. Soludo is not in charge of this state at all.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. Father Ebube Muonso just exposed that Governor Chukwuma Soludo of Anambra State knows the killer of Azuka, who was Labour Party, candidate for House of Assembly member during an election. Later, he won through the court case against the PDP candidate, who allegedly wanted to decamp to APGA. Okay, now the Labour Party man won. Later, he was killed, and so on and so forth. The controversies are still on. Now, this Reverend Father, popular Reverend Father in Anambra State, Ebube Muonso, has come out to say something, and this is it. He said, and I quote, "Anambra lawmaker Azuka was killed for not being an APGA member. Soludo's government knows the killers." You see, the last video I made, that was 3 days ago, I talked about the insecurity in the Southeast. Go and rewatch this video. I talk about the third kind of insecurity in the Southeast. Okay, you bear me witness about the video. I talk about the politics of bitterness. Just imagine, this is what Father Ebube Muonso is saying. If Soludo's government said they don't know the killer, they should challenge Ebube Muonso so that he will talk more. But they can't do that because they know that what Ebube Muonso is saying is nothing but the truth. Now, come to look at this. Killing somebody because he posed as a threat, he stands as a threat against your re-election.
Can you imagine? Now, the suspects who were apprehended for the death of Honorable Azuka from Labour Party is not from APGA. He was not from APGA, but Labour Party. The suspects who were apprehended were handed over to Anambra State Security. Please, how come that 2 of them escaped from the prison? Can you imagine? Only 2 of them. Who is deceiving who? Anambra State should rise. That means it has a what? That was a political killing. And those involved, they have bribed their way. Because those people, they wouldn't want those people to expose them. Who is fooling who in this state? You can imagine. 2 suspects, 2 major suspects, and there is still government in the state. Inhumanity of man to man. Once you are connected to the powers that be, then you are under perpetual immunity. But let everybody, let even Charles Soludo remember that there is God. In anything you are doing in this world, there is God. Santu says, "He who sits in the heaven last." How come 2 suspects who were arrested, who were linked to the killing of innocent man, Honorable Azuka from Onitsha, let the people of Onitsha do arise? What really happened? A whole Onitsha. An honorable member from Muonso was killed. I say, keep it quiet. I said it earlier. You are on your own. There is this strange, strange demonic force and the wind hovering around Anambra. Now, if you are connected, you are against the law. Even those kidnappers, they were linked. Some of them were linked to high profile. Even some PGs were mentioned. Some Igbo's. Where are they today? None of them have been arrested because they bribed their way. I wonder. Soludo is not in charge of this state at all. Because they wanted to cover somebody. They wanted to cover a crime. That's why they quietly allowed those people to escape in order to cover our God. Onitsha people, you must rise. You must ask the government of Anambra State, the killers of your brother, or the spirit of Azuka will not rest. There are so many people who were killed, who have been killed in Anambra State. and covered just like that. Let their spirit arise and fight. Amen. God will give you divine security as a reward. Amen. Oh.
That is insane. Okay, let's go to the details to understand, because I really want you to understand this post. Why I want you to understand this video is because if it is before, okay, they will tell you that it is IPOB member that killed the man. They will tell you that it is Nnamdi Kanu people that kill him. They will tell you that it is Ekpa people that kill him, okay? But the truth is coming out gradually. I'm not going to change my stance because of what I know. So no matter how people try to post things to be, try to convince people to see the way things are, we really know what is troubling people. We know everything. Nobody knows everything, okay? But at least we know what we are talking about. Now, Sarah reporters published that Catholic priest Father Chibuzo Emmanuel Obinna, also known as Father Ebube Muonso, has accused the Anambra State Police Command and Governor Chukwuma Soludo's administration of protecting the killers of Lawmaker Honorable Justice Azuka. Father Ebube Muonso claimed that the late lawmaker, who represented Onitsha 1 constituency in the Anambra State House of Assembly under the Labour Party, was politically assassinated because he did not belong to the ruling All Progressive Grand Alliance APGA. Out of the article. This is a very weighty allegation, and a lot of people will be expecting APGA or Soludo to react. The only reaction you will hear from them is that we are not the one. They are not going to react more than that. Father Ebube Muonso even knows the person that killed that man. Let me bring some things to you now. Father Ebube Muonso knows the person that killed that House of Assembly member, okay? We're not the judge, but we the see. Father Ebube Muonso was asking this question last week. Why is it that this man has not been arrested? And there was information passed to him. And what was the information? That the powers that be are protecting the person. So if the powers that be are protecting the person, the question now is who killed the man? Who ordered the killing? Who ordered the killing, okay? Now, you know the reason why I'm saying this, devil cannot cast out devil. Devil cannot cast out devil. I've seen the level of, all these Soludo people, how they are doing about the insecurity. I love everyone who is fighting insecurity because that is the same cause we are fighting, okay? But I still see them wearing charms. And those charms, where is it coming from? From native doctor. And they are fighting native doctors that are making charms for people. So these are controversy. Now, the government is saying that they are fighting kidnappers, but they have been accused of killing a lawmaker, causing insecurity. So, you see, all the time we vindicate me, because the issue of insecurity is not what 5% of population in Nigeria don't know anything about what is going on in Nigeria, okay? Now, let's continue with the article. He further alleged that the police, having been bribed by influential figures behind Azuka's adoption and killing, intentionally facilitated the escape of the two suspects arrested in connection with the murder. So, the two suspects who were connected to the murder of this House of Assembly member, they escaped. How did they escape? Do they announce it that they escaped? Why didn't they break the news? Nobody talked about it. They just leave them to escape. Why? They knows how everything happened. They knows how he was kidnapped. When they found the dead body, I was the first person to tell you that this was a political murder. I don't paid words. Go and check it. I told you people this was a political murder. They were saying, hey, insecurity, insecurity. Everything that we are facing today comes from our hands. Okay? Let's just be watching the dancing of all these Soludo people and so on and so forth. Now, the article continues that the cleric, he's talking about Ebube Muonso, the cleric called on the Onitsha people to rise up and get justice for the late lawmaker, who is their son, as the spirit will never rest. In a video seen by Shara reporters on Thursday, the cleric said he, Azuka, was not from APGA but the Labour Party. The suspects were apprehended and were handed over to the Anambra State Police Command. How come that the two of them escaped from custody? You can imagine only two of them. Who is deceiving who? Anambra State should rise. That means it was a political killing, and those involved have bribed their way because they wouldn't want those suspects to expose them. who is deceiving who in this. The two major suspects, and there is still a government. The two major suspects, and there is still a government in the state. Inhumanity of man to man. Once you are connected to the powers that be, you are under perpetual immunity. But let everybody, even Charles Soludo, remember that there is God in everything you are doing in the world. Father Ebube Muonso continued, how can two suspects who were arrested, who were linked to the killing of the innocent man Anambra Azuka from Onitsha, let the people for Onitsha Ado arise? What really happened? A whole Onitsha, a horrible member from Onitsha was killed, and it looks like you are keeping quiet. It's unfortunate anyway. He said, I have said it earlier that you are on your own. There is a strange demonic force and wind that is hovering around Anambra people. Once you are connected, you are above the law. Even those kidnappers were linked to high profile. Even some PGs, presidential generals were mentioned, and some Igbo traditional rulers. Haven't I been vindicated that high figures are responsible for the insecurity in Anambra State and not IPOB? This is what we are talking about. They deceive you to believing that it was IPOB that was causing most insecurities in Anambra State. But that was fallacy. That was a lie. We shall not continue like this because, you see, if people do not rise, it's not going to be funny in the nearest future. So the people should do everything possible that they could do to make sure they stop all these shenanigans. If not, I don't really know what could happen in the nearest future. Because the issue of insecurity, people are pointing at the wrong fingers. The real people who are perpetuating the crimes in our community, in our society, is what we know. These are high-profile people. They sponsor people to do it always, and we know them. Anyway, let me know what you think on the comment section. I'm Okochapi myself, talking reality at officials.